Actually, let's leave it up until we are sitting on more on advanced tables. Nah. Asking a bit much of that poor ace 4-4 deuce, I think. That is a lot of hearts. Hope you have good luck at a great game today. Thank you very much, Redskins. Today of all the days, I will very gladly take all the good luck wishes and all the good luck I can in fact get. So far so good, up 180, first session, almost 4 buy-ins. No reason to be sad. Also, I can only recall, like... Okay. It's a great hand, but... Let's see what Elsa's up to. Turn a pair and an open-ender at this point. You know, if we get raised here, it's not like we're using heaps of equity. Get called, that's unfortunate. Only very rarely are we good here. So, what was I saying? I don't know. It's probably not horrible to open. Air doesn't seem bad. What? Drop frames? How dare you? Actually rather happy that my internet troubles seem to have stopped. I'll keep an eye on it, see if it happens again. Wait, thought that hand was over. So yeah, there are 24 entries at PLO 50 right now. We're still waiting on 2 tables. And I think we get seated at 3 tables. That's what we're gonna play today. I feel that thing like a smaller number of tables, i.e. 3. And rather concentrating on the hands, on the spots, even on the other players when I'm not in a hand. More than a little bit more is probably plus EV. So Nadine has enough of us raising. Can't blame her. Oh lord. What's going on with my voice there? If there is, it's gonna be a short stream today because tomorrow I will be streaming on the official Run It Once Poker channel starting at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And so if I notice that my voice is getting flakier and flakier, I'll rest my voice a little bit until tomorrow. Getting seated at a second table. At this point, I think we can let the PLO 10 table go. Don't seem to be able to get seated at any of the full tables though. Frames, drop frames. I have no idea what's up there. Pseudo days closing the action? Hell no, I think is the answer. It's a little bit too adventurous. If you're closing, if you're not only closing the action but also gonna play the pot in position, maybe. But I mean, even then, not a great money-making hand in any case. Alright, I remember what I was saying earlier. So in the first session I was rather happy with how I played, I must say. None of the moving up jitters, I feel I played well. There was one spot where I lost a little more than a buy-in the end, where I felt I really could have saved, like almost all of it. 40 bucks of it. right? When I ended up calling on the river for a huge bet against a rivered straight, which was kind of hard to see, because, well, it wasn't hard to see, but it was a really low straight, like a 6-high straight, so there were 3-2 wheel on board. I didn't think that guy had that hand all too often. Ended up having it. Alright. Looking here, 10 pairs. Once more, huh? Alright. We are not good. I called there on the turn when he bet, and ended up splitting the pot. Actually briefly thought about betting the river there. Here, this one we're letting go, I think that is fine. That was suited King Queen 8-6. Sure. Let's take it to battle. I think this is a little bit strong to check here. Since we have the backdoor flush as well, if I hadn't had the backdoor flush, I think I would have checked. What pairing actually? A really quick bet. Take one off. This guy seems to be active when it comes to betting in the earlier hand. Now we river a king, which is really not helpful. Make it any easier. His bet sizing does though. I think we end up letting it go. Block the straight draws he could have. He could very well have a 5. Talking myself into a call here. Me and calling those bets, big bets on the river, huh? Historically, that's not working out well. Alright, alright, alright. We're not supposed to fold this button versus blind. I will check it out though. Got that? Ace 8 deuce deuce double suited, okay. Let's see, what's the move there? No, it's fine. Perfectly fine, raise call. And we're now being seated at the third table on table 1. Let's see if I can actually dig up more tables where playing three-handed. Not happening here. This one ends. No showdown, huh? Pity. Part where we have, I guess, full house outs and a flush draw. Does come in the paired board. Fine, just checking here. Here. Well, we're not folding. 4. And we're good. I feel we kind of won the maximum in this hand. Big one happening here, 4 ways. Also already saw one nice splash, which was for 12.50. Not bad at all. 25 big blinds at PLO 50 is starting to be a meaningful amount of money. There's something up with my voice. Let's see if it goes away. Or at least, as long as it doesn't get worse. Fine. Wait. Open up a fourth table, because I was hoping to get seated at the full table. Nope. Three-handed once more. Let's not do any of that. Suited ace with a 9-6-3 on the side. Position, so we're not folding. If Elsa completes, we're just gonna check behind. Pair and a blocker, there's nothing on this board. Probably don't need to bet it huge, right? Probably get away with betting smaller than upping the bet size on the turn. Not many turns that would make me not see bet, or not bet again. First ace is off the session. Alright. Oh, we've seen some excellent players at, well, not excellent. We've seen some players that I would very much like to continue playing against at PLO 50. Both on microgaming and even more so on Runner Ones, I think. Although in the afternoon, to be fair, the microgaming tables were amazing. And on Runner Ones there was only one going, which was quite fine on its own right, that one table. I think we're still supposed to let this one go. I need to check it out. The Jack 10-10... 10-5 single suited. It's a different story, like in this hand that I just folded there, raising this on the button, that's fine. It's even a fine raise call. I think calling versus the button, playing out of position, might change that equation quite a bit. Let's check up on that. Line versus button. Just gonna check here. Decent blockers, this is a nice turn to start bluffing on. Suspect Nadine. Gonna bet here a lot. Just from watching her out of the corner of my eye so far. Be pretty active post. Jack 10-5 single suit. Raise here. And 5 is indeed a call. Even triple suited or badly single suited, it is a call. Oh. And the blockers take it down. Really nice. Limpy, limpy. Well, I was gonna say we can probably call this open. Pick up on that once more as well. Different story once we see a 3-bet though. Six, 5. Against the middle position open, we are indeed calling here. With the Ace6, the Ace4, the Ace7 to solve it with raise, but whatever. That has to be like a balancing thing. And even the Ace-King, Ace-Queen with the 5-5 we just called. Well, that much I knew, of course. But not of course. I knew. Alright. On table 1, this one we're just letting go. Sure, it's probably not horrible to raise it. Let's, you know, we have the time. Let's keep checking out things. Maybe you appreciate it, and it'll definitely be good for me. No need to check out this one then. We have Ace Ace Jack 10 for 100 BB. Is the button open? It was Ace 10 9 deuce in the cutoff. Oh, wonderful! I'm gonna play the first big one here, apparently. It's 10 9 deuce. The other one that I folded there on table 1 is in fact a fold. Cutoff. Against queens, we're doing rather nicely. Good flop. Good, excellent turn. Oh! How dare you! Alright, that's how it's gonna be, huh? I left the table right away. Happy to take a win there. Can hardly begrudge him. Let's hope there's not gonna be a sign of things to come. Here we flop a middle pair and an open ender. Ooh, make the trips. So that wasn't for full buy-in, right? Gentleman was a little bit short. Actually it was. Now it's heads up here. Yep, doing that. After a super long tank, as I found the check button. More heads up, huh? Alright, sitting on 3 tables once more. Cool. Yeah, I think we're gonna stick to 3. Big one happening down here. A really big one. 10, wow. I'm not sure what the action was here in the end, but I don't know where the money went in, otherwise I would happily give this guy a note. Not sure what it should be though. Let's try again with aces. Did they call? That's a rather nice flop. This one's small. Do this as a bluff sometimes as well. Well, it sounds like we're completely unbalanced there. And turn the nuts. I'm gonna tank here for a moment. Who knows if that's actually beneficial or not, but win rate wise, we're doing fine, so maybe that's an influence there. Who knows? Probably not a huge deal, the timing. Although, on the other hand, it is something I take note of as well. Sometimes take into account when I make my decisions. I posted here, I'm not entirely sure if I really need to. Just wait. Even just as long as I post in the cutoff, then meh. It's not losing that much on average. Just I would really like on the first day not to miss out on a huge splash. Interesting board as well. Right. Okay. I'll check it down. We're not folding out anything here. Pulling out the 10-9, which he probably doesn't have, but... Oh. Yes, please. That is fine. Here you say... Alright. Cool. Quite. Looked like a good hand in the beginning, and the 5 rolled off. So we're definitely running under EV for the beginning of the session. That's a huge flop for us, that kinking X turn. Turn was cool, nice-ish for the other guy, because it brought him a flush draw as well. Actually, the river made him a full house. Now what can you do? In fact, there's gonna be a multi-way run. Right, let's flop well. Fair backdoor flush draw. Alright. Curious to see what happens. Cecilia with the lead. A name you don't hear that often. Cecilia. Two BB splash. Nope. Okay, that's more like it. Ace King 10-4 here. Raise the cutoff open. If you get re-raised, we're letting this one go. Doing hard against the re-raising range. Here we get raised. On a call when we're closing the action. This dude is very tight so far. Probably get a nice spot to bet really small. Not many 2-pair out there. Unfortunately, none of the backdoor flushes. That noise scared me. So, alright. Ugh, what a run out. INF 1234. Thank you very much for the follow. That's very nice of you. Let's see. We dodge. No, we did not. How can you just back there? I mean, yeah, probably I'm not calling too much when he bets. That way he might see me bluff. In a big blind splash. I have a decent-ish hand for a splash. It's the big blind. I am c-betting this. I think. Hey, take it down. Cool. Multi-way pot happening here in table 1. That is very likely an action killer, that card. Piranias, hey, welcome back to the channel, mate. Thank you very much for the good lucks. I'll take them all today. First day, moving up to PLO 50 for our second shot. First shot didn't go so well. So far, so good today, though. Thank you. Didn't see a shot on table 1, right? No, we didn't. This gentleman raised, he came over the top. I folded my 10-9-6 there. Closing the action with queens, not great queens, but queens nevertheless. Hey, I'll take the jacks here. And this was a mistake, this shouldn't be called. Ace Queen Jack 5 really needs to be an Ace Queen Jack. I think 8 is where it starts. Then you are supposed to raise. At least against the button, not entirely sure. There's a cutoff spot here. Probably fine checking. Hey, cha-ching! Nice to have you back. And equally nice to have you for the next 30 minutes, I assume. That's when you start streaming then? Yep, learning the score. If you guys don't know Chi-Ching, shout out to her. She is a streamer from Canada. Played a lot of live and is now starting to stream tournaments on PokerStars and has just a nice channel and a great smile and laugh. A very cheery person and subsequently a very entertaining channel. Do check her out if you like to see some two-card magic every once in a while. And if it's in a tournament setting, then her channel is probably gonna be to your liking. I came over the top here, and boy, do I not regret any of it. We flopped a perfect wrap on a rainbow board. That's not something that happens very often. Every card in our hand does make us a straight. We have a backdoor straight draw against the set we are currently ahead. So we're currently ahead of everything. Maybe it's even strong enough to check. Eh. Building a pot there right from the get-go is fine. I think I'll look it up. I think out of the gun we can do without raising that. It's a nice flash. Let's fight for it. It is thin. On the other hand, we are on the button. We're gonna have position. Other hand. And you probably noticed with the UI. So I got my birthday present earlier, and I have a big ass screen on my computer. Every time it's bright as hell. I turned it down as much as I can. But every time I open up something that has a white background, it's like there's a spotlight on the webcam here. You know, now it turns dark. It's pretty funny. I was checking out the Ace King 5-3, I believe it was, or something thereabouts. Alright, you turn a gutter. I got the exact hand that I had there. King 5-3, yeah, it is a raise. Matter of fact, it's a raise call. That's surprising. Alright. Here, rather interesting. I mean, we have little showdown value. Let's make the bet look like value. Hope we can get it through. Yeah, there's not too much we're folding out. Kings, queens are still calling. I'm surprised that a 10 calls without a kicker, but fair enough. Gonna take a note. Possibly call happy. He unwrapped our hand and we outpip him by 1. Nice. Oh, no taken on Yvonne on table 1, who's sitting on a huge stack. Wow, good for Yvonne. And 60 bucks here. Oh, and thank you very much for the congratulations for the rounded ones. Yeah, that's huge. Surprised the heck out of me. And I am very honored by it. Rounded ones asked me to stream on their channel tomorrow afternoon, and I shall. What Chi-Ching is referring to there. Oh, decided to use Epidemic the moment I have more financial for it. Keeping the suggestion in my to-do. Ah, awesome. I'm glad you like it. I rather dug it as well. Was very happy I found it. Monster Cat was alright. The other one was a Pretzel Music. It's fine too. It's cheap. It's copyright-free music. I mean, you have something playing in the background on your stream. That's cool. I just really didn't like the music that much. Some of it was fine. Most of it was me. Like the station in GTA that you always skip. But Monster is fine, which I know you're using, and I'm very happy that you found some value in the Epidemic suggestion. Piranhas! Aw, thank you very much. That is a very nice thing to hear and to say. Thank you. Like your content and personality. Thank you. You're watching this one, right? There was no reason to switch over just yet. So we're down roughly a buy-in for the session, which was not self-inflicted, but rather I blame the dealer, and rightly so. Lost with aces against ace, queen, queen, x, double suited. Eh. King 6 forwards the button. I think we can still rightly raise this. If he comes over the top, we're letting it go. Fine as well. He's gonna get a note that he has a button open folding range. While we deal with the aces up here. Yeah. That is one ugly board. Getting raised here if we bet. Really shouldn't get raised all that often. We get like an ace-jack, maybe a 10-jack to call. Shouldn't have a straight here basically ever. Nice, wonder what Cecilia called with. Kings. Kings and eights. Well, those are wonderful blockers. Why? In her shoes I would have made my life hell. Saying. Not bitter she didn't, but... And she had all the blockers. She had the eights, she was blocking the low straight on the flop. She was blocking the nuts on the turn. It's gonna be worth a note, does not go for the blocker play. Because if she doesn't go for the blocker play there, then... No, when is she ever? Freebase here, very happy to check this down. Well, for a given value of happy, but, you know, checking it down, or checking is the right move here, the flop, I think. Alright, check once more. We do have showdown value. Like, we are good here. Not sure if betting ever serves any purpose. I doubt it. I get the rare yellow shirt. We really don't have many yellow shirts on round ones. I usually don't bother marking them out. Loose aggro. Very deep. Might be a fun spot. It is rather thin-ish to come along with this hand. As far as flops go, this is among the top 5%, I would say. Even though we don't have anything, we're really not far behind any hand, and there's a good deal we're ahead of. The time zone difference, you and I can tell you that Chiching that right now it is 10:40 in the evening in Germany. I used to live in Canada, but I forgot what the difference is. It's like, I don't know. It's like somewhere between 7 and 9 hours. I will be streaming at 4 o'clock Central European Summer Time, so 4 o'clock my time. And I'll be streaming until at least 10, I think. Here, by the way, we make the casual nuts on the turn. And thank you, would love seeing you there. Let's hope he's not free-rolling us. What is he betting here that... Now we can't call, we can't let the other guys in for cheap here. We have the nuts, so on the turn. Much to deliberate here. Surprised if he folds. Wow! How the hell did we take that? Not split this one, really? More notes, more notes. We need more notes. Let's turn set. E single raised pot. Did flop get checked? No, flop got bet, so never mind. Oh, turn set. Straight board. Let's turn close set on straight board, 4 ways, late position, raise part. Alright. Weird. Let's talk about my good looks, yeah. Don't let the receding hairline distract you from my excellent looks. Ah, Chiching, you are being very kind. Thank you very much. Analytical and a very generous presence. It is a fun stream. You. You're not making me blush, but you're making my... I get goosebumps a little bit. Just a tiny bit there. Good, thank you. Let's talk about this good looks. I like the way how you phrased it though. While he's working hard on his PLO 50, it just kind of has a very nice ring to it. So we got that buy-in back, which means we are now breaking at least even for the session, I feel. Or thereabouts. Yeah. Which means we are still up almost 4 buy-ins for the day. Take it. Actually, we are like $2 in profit for the session. I'll take that too. I don't... the original Razor is short here, sitting on 50 BB. I don't know. Of course it would have been a superb flop, but still. How often do you get a flop like that? 6-hour difference, it seems. Alright. Took note of my schedule. I might adjust. So that's my schedule. Gonna be my schedule for tomorrow. I'm gonna be starting an hour later. And with my current sleeping schedule, or sleeping patterns rather, I'm noticing that I sometimes have a tough time to actually make it at 3 PM afternoon, which is when my schedule says I should be starting stream. So maybe I'll adjust the schedule in the coming days or weeks to start like an hour later. If I do, then I'll post about it on Twitter to avoid any confusion. Oh. Yeah. Big one here. What's happening? Really? I didn't quite see. Wow, 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 wow. 1250 splash. With 500, this guy is sitting out. Certainly would like to claim these 1250 in the middle. 25 big blinds, yes please. Get folds, that's awesome. We're gonna have position for the rest of the hand. If you get raised at this point, we are never folding. You get raised. Oh, re-raised would shut us right out. Be right back. Wait, not leaving before the hand is over, right? Alright, get a flop. Here and I got our backdoor flush draw. A little bit of a blocker situation with the 9, wow. So if he folds, we might want to continue. Ow. What a turn. Don't have hearts, don't have hearts. So she has the wrong color. That was rather confusing. And how was that pot so big? How much did we win there? We made a profit of 80 bucks. Nice. Nice. Man, this PLO 50 thing, I might be able to get used to it this time around. I would not be saying that had I just lost that pot. Jesus, that was a good one. Turning 2 pair and have a flush. Gets the big blind, I mean, I could have c-bet against the big blind. On the other hand, it's easy to overdo the c-betting in general and from the button specifically, I feel. Kind of digging this. PLO 25 zoom. What do you mean? Where? What? What's happening? Took it out on table 3 with delayed c-bet there. You're honest. Yeah, you have me confused. What is happening? Maybe he wants to bluff at it. 3 barrels here. Never quite know what to do. I'll be a pretty cat about it. We're not folding the second nuts. That's the long and that's the short of it. Blocker play. Taking a page out of my book. Which, you know, it's not like that's a secret page or a secret book. Everybody knows about the blocker play. I'm just saying I do that quite a lot. Maybe more than necessary. Definitely more than average, I feel. Seen. Zoom? Check. You're not talking about run at once, right? Nah, that would be too soon for run at once. Chi-ching! That's a good question, right? Do I have coaching with run at once? Run at once was very kind and gave me a free month access to their elite videos, which I have to, I'm sorry to admit, that I really didn't take much advantage of that since I didn't have much time, or didn't make much time, I should say, rather. But they gave me a free month because, did I just say that? Because I'm an affiliate for them? Sorry, if I did, I didn't mean to go the marketing route and keep repeating myself. Anyway, so I checked it out a little bit, liked it, but Jane Nandes and the Mastermind have been super kind to me. Not only did they raid me every once in a while with huge raids, but they gave me free access to the Mastermind, and they keep giving it to me, and you know, it's just the nicest thing of them. That's great value in the so I do use the Mastermind to actually answer your questions. Hang on. All right. I do use the Mastermind. The very bulk of my PLO knowledge, though, comes from watching Jane Nandes on YouTube. To be perfectly honest, I did watch a lot of the Mastermind already, way less than I should. And I study way less than I should. And other than that, the main tool I'm using, that was a nice thought. The main tool that I'm using is the PLO matrix, which I use every day, multiple times. The PLO matrix is awesome. Disclaimer, I'm also getting the Matrix for free now, but first of all, I used to pay for the Mastermind myself a couple of times in my life already. And I also paid for the Matrix in the past. But so I can only say very good things about both of them. That's not because I'm getting their products for free. I just thought I'd mention it for, full disclosure type of thing. We river nice. So yeah, we get called, which is pretty sweet. Yeah, I'm actually gonna pot it at this point. Full house is, well, I'm gonna say it's unlikely, but he can play it like one. Taking the river. But yeah, that's how I learned most of the PLO. Frankly, most of that was watching. Didn't buy it. King is good. Aces are good. Surprising call, a little bit. Good for him, though. Oh, and Cloud and Heat. Nice to see you back, guys. Very nice. That one run good is quite a treat. Yeah. Man, it is a nice change of pace from our first RIO moving up to from the first time when I tried to move up. Where in the beginning I played bad, have to admit it. Later on just got clobbered by that dealer. Quite surreal at times. Cloud asking Heat with the BAM. Cloud, how's the progress to PLO 50 going? Well, we are there, as you can see, Cloud. And we're having a rather excellent day right now. We're up around 5 buy-ins, I think. Bet this one now. Gonna bet it on the larger end. Actually, potting it is probably a good way to go as well. Yeah, worth the pot. So let me check for you, me, and the rest of the stream. How is this going so far? You know me, I like to check I'm a compulsive cashier checker. Hey, that was a nice alliteration. Ah, I should have said awesome alliteration. Damn it. Anyway, all nonsense aside. Wait, now I have to check how much did I start the day with unrunted ones. I think we're doing rather excellently. Yeah. Currently on runted ones we are up. What are we up? 22 bucks. But that's not all. No, it's not. No, it's not like a telemarketing dude. That's not all. If you order now. Additionally, we get a few more buy-ins. So we're up 20 there. So that's 247 plus. We're up 280 bucks. We're up 280 bucks. That's what? It's almost 6 buy-ins, right? That was a little bit of run good there. I mean, Cecilia flopped a set in that huge part. Possibly splashed the Happy Razor or Happy better. I'm gonna take a note on that. That was not a hand you should 3-bet ever. The 10-8-8-3, I believe it was, double suited. No, it's double suited, but those are usually quite often enough. Those are famous last words. Proper Shazam. Thanks, Redskins. Alright. No dice. Yeah. Yep. Let it go. Here, coming over the top. Not coming over the top, just raising. Not bad. Go board, we have the gutter, backdoor flush draw, and the top pair. Like queen 7 is not gonna call. Queen certainly will, but take that at face value. Come to it. Hope you crush it, Hail to Redskins. Me too, man. Me too. Thank you very much for saying that. Alright, how about a jack then? I would take a 5-2. The queen, I'm feeling about it. I think I'm gonna go for the bet fold here. So there's, if he doesn't have a queen, he's almost never calling cards really quickly. Alright, we're done with the hand. Super excited to take it down now. Yeah, fair enough. I don't mind that. If he doesn't have a queen, he's gonna have a really tough time to continue. Even Raps are gonna hesitate there. Probably couldn't have gotten away betting smaller. Yeah, that would have been a fine spot to bet smaller, I think. So Piranhas, I'm still not quite sure what you were saying with the PLO 25 zoom. Are you saying you moved up to PLO 25? Maybe I missed something in the chat. It is possible. But what do you mean with the PLO 25 zoom? We have no business continuing here, I'm afraid. Yeah. Let's not push our luck. It's not often to see a big pot going to someone having 4 of a suit in his hand. Quite a thing to see. The 7s are nice, the Jack 10 is decent. I think with the extra amount of money in the middle here we are calling. Things get a little bit more interesting. We face a raise now. Quads one time. Oh lord, this dude is short. Okay, okay, that's very nice, because had he just called, I might have pushed. Which probably would be ill-advised. Beautiful spot for the short stack who can go in with a lot of hands here. Yeah. Doesn't matter that we would have made it. The fold is perfectly fine. This dude is crazy short. Not. Hey Stushi, welcome back! Good evening to you, sir. We be doing fine. We're up more than 5 buy-ins. I think still alright. We didn't lose much. Last we checked. Big one happening over here. Jesus. Oh no! It was on the turn. You already had the straight. Okay. Use there for a moment. Checking behind here. It's fine. Yeah, the better there had the straight already. Not a great card. Without the 9, I would not have called. Not sure if it's how questionable the call is with that 9. Now, of course, full houses are fairly unlikely, but we're not bluffing him off of anything that beats us. Maybe a straight, but that would be it. Checking here. You're still good? Hey. Stabby, stabby. Turn. Position. All right. Thank you very much, Chiching. In case you're streaming now, then I hope I can give you a rate later. Then thank you very much. Hope you have a very pleasant, I think evening it is already, right? Late afternoon. Hope you have a pleasant Tuesday evening. So we are only sitting on 3 tables, which allows me to pay more attention to what's going on and take notes. Earlier in the afternoon we sat on 4 tables, sometimes even 5 or 6 for brief moments, but then I was playing mostly on microgaming. There of course I can use a HUD, which does make that a little bit easier. Wow, the triple thank you. Don't do that. Would be my advice. It's, you know, if your goal is to tilt your opponent and it works, fine, fair game, I guess. On the other hand, you might get people to leave that you would rather have stick around. Just go like, yeah, screw you. You've been rude. Gonna be a fun player somewhere else. And more power to them if they do. So personally, I'm not a big fan of it. In fact, I never needled anybody. Not a lie. Now, if you had a home game, you drink and you know with your best friends or whatever, sure, needle away. If it's understood that there's no malice behind it. It's a different story when people start having a go at me. Then, past I usually had the last word in those discussions. Just because then it gets to be not in the sense that it tilts me, but then I'm very eager to pay them back in at least equal measure. But that can't happen on run-ones because we don't have a chat, and I like that design decision in the end. I rarely see the chat being used for, you know, positive reinforcement on poker sites. Like, hey, well done! God, I don't see that too often on stars in the chat. Or like, F you and the horse you rode in on. Doesn't look like it's a great table anymore. Find a better one. Can't quite do it, unfortunately. Let's see, is this too nitty? Holding here, ace, 8, 7, deuce, and MP. Possibly is. Yeah, turns out it's not. Cool. Not much going on any table currently. So I will stick around on this one, because if I leave this one now, I'm gonna get seated right back at the same table. Maybe it fills up with some fun players as well. There's a little bit of something going on up here. Jack 3 deuce. This has to be alright in the cutoff. The button, it's fine. Double check on it. I am gonna hold this one to re-raise, no matter what the matrix says, but I suspect it's gonna tell me the same thing. No! Again, a little bit overzealous here. It's not a huge deal, but note it should be folded from a solver perspective. Which means it is at best a very marginal hand, and if you take rake into account, probably below marginal. Alright. Okay, the nuts is nice. We never get him paid here. We might as well go for the pot. For the rare occasions when he does have a flush. Oh, well, hey! I really didn't expect that to work. Oh, sorry, Piranha State, you had to type it out. I didn't catch it at all. Alright, I see. You haven't moved up yet. Play PLO 25 Zoom. Places beginning of the year. Man, that is a huge achievement. Making it to PLO 25 Zoom. Congratulations. Do you have to play on stars? I mean, okay, Zoom, you get a ton of hands in, which you can't do on any other side. Not necessarily trying to lure you over to run it once. It's just my perception, or I think the truth of it is that as a micro grinder, rake is your biggest enemy, and therefore rake back is probably among your bigger friends. Closing the action, this is super wide. Up the middle set. So, yep, at least I personally always prefer to play on sides where I have a decent rake back deal. Which turn allowed me to move up the stakes quite rapidly myself as well. Just food for thought. I don't know, but maybe you're somewhere where you have to play, where you don't really have many options. Or you just prefer Zoom, which is cool as well. Don't think yet there's a running Zoom pool on any other side for PLO. At this point, we need to let it go here. Flop is okay to see a turn, see what he does on a turn. Although it wasn't ideal that we were blocking one of our full house outs by holding a 3. We're playing this one heads up, that is a good start. Decent turn as well. A decent spot to go with our standard sizing of a 3/4 bet. Manu Ace with the 666 with the follow. Thank you very much. That's quite nice of you. Appreciate it. Plenty of ugly rivers. Plenty of nice rivers too. Take it down. Sweet. 6 isn't ideal. 3 feet. Having the best hand here. Every once in a while we do. Checked around the whole way. Step out of line here a little bit. Not my usual line. Usual approach here in this spot in this hand. On the other hand, not a spot where you see too many bluffs. King, really? How'd you figure that? What's happening here? Why don't I have a button? Why don't I have a button? Oh! Fancy, that doesn't happen often at all anymore in Run It Once. Crash at runtime. I think it's like the second one we had since the huge patch. It's some more crashes, but those were not while playing. Those were while opening tables in the beginning, usually. Oh. Alright, no biggie. Wait, I can't log in? Hey, Nuclear Smurf, welcome back! Um, Alright, side is coming back, it seems. Wait, sorry. Hold on. Looks like we took it down with the aces. Tile is the thing I'm looking for. Alright, looking good. Position, sure thing. And an open ender, no club in our hand. Manuays, with a good question there, cool. New to PLO, just played no limit hold'em from 2010. Hey, pretty much the same, except for me it was mostly limit hold'em. Any advice for PLO? Where can I study some good free stuff? Honestly, the best answer there is check out the YouTube channel of Jay Nandes. If you want it spelled, let me know. I can put it in the chat. And he had a... So, once you're on this channel, look for, or just search YouTube for Micro Stakes or Micro Bankroll Challenge by Jay Nandes. He has a second bankroll challenge active right now, but he had one that was happening around a year ago when he was doing a 1,000 to 10k challenge. He didn't finish it, but he put out a huge amount of content. Not gonna play short-handed. So actually, oh, nice to meet you too, Manuel. Thank you very much. Cheers. So yeah, check out Jay Nandes. He is without a doubt one of the most highly regarded PLO players and coaches. Has the mastermind on his website, which I can recommend. But of course, you're looking for free stuff, and so you should in the beginning. I wouldn't invest any money at that stage either. In your shoes, in fact, I didn't. And I think so. I've been playing PLO for 2 years. Played it semi-professionally for quite a while. Moved on. There's something weird going on around once, but we'll figure it out. So and I would say at least 70% of my PLO knowledge I have from his free videos, since I watched tons and tons of them. And the Micro Stakes Bankroll Challenge, it goes on forever. There have to be at least 40 or 50, 60 hours of his videos on YouTube. Yep, another crash. There is something going on round once. This is not usual at all. It's not representative of the site anymore. It has been very stable. I'm aware that reality is making me into a liar right now, but yeah, it is true that it has been very stable since the last huge patch a couple of weeks, since the first huge patch, like a month ago, whenever that happened. Anyways, yeah, that helped me tons. So sorry that you had a blank screen there. A little bit too... So if you're willing to invest some money in PLO at a later point, Manuels, I can recommend using the PLO Matrix, which is an awesome pre-flop tool. I mean, the post-flop stuff, how to play, the general idea, I picked up quite handily from the Jay Nandes videos, to repeat the name, but for the pre-flop stuff, this is dicey in PLO, and this is where PLO is a post-flop game, but if you, since there's, I don't know, like 19,000 or something combinations of hands pre-flop, you'll never be able to memorize them all. In No Limit Hold'em you can, in PLO, not a chance. So having a tool on the side which you can use while you play to figure out, or when you review your hands, figure out what you should be doing pre-flop with them, is huge, and is a huge benefit to me. Disclosure, I'm getting the tool for free, but I used to pay for it in the past. I actually paid for it for the longest time, ever since it came out. So maybe something to keep in mind for later. Yeah. Let me know if that is helpful to you. And I would probably be a bad businessman, which in truth I am, if I didn't say watching this channel might be helpful at least a little bit. While I'm certainly not a expert player. I'm decent and I have a rather awesome win rate right now, but I'm not ready to claim that that's by skill alone. Probably ran pretty hard too. At least here you get to hear me talk about the hands a lot. That's helpful as well. Alright, this one we can raise. We're gonna let it go if somebody comes over the top. Well, do we? Check this one out. King, Queen, Jack 8. And for you, Manuel, whenever I say let's check this one out, then I'm actually using the PLO matrix and check it out there. And the preflop helper tool I was talking about. So King, Queen, Jack 8. We're in the cutoff. Suited. And I was half correct. You can either raise call it or you can raise fold it. Still sitting at this table here. And then not weird table, but not great table. Better one in a moment. Just want to ask on run it once if somebody else had crashes now. And what I can also recommend if you pick up PLO, but for that you probably need the matrix or something else that tells you what hands to play, is I moved over to short stack PLO for quite a while. For 1.5 years I did this semi-professionally. And played with 30 big blinds where you have to play super tight, but the advantage is you really don't have to worry about post-flop play a lot, because there isn't really much post-flop play. And so that was awesome for me to learn the preflop ranges. Of course, you're going to learn much smaller ranges than you would employ at a 100 big blind stack. But I find it's much easier to add hands to your range than it is to play hands for the longest time and then finally notice that, oh man, I shouldn't be playing that, and have to get rid of them. I feel that way around is harder. So it's also another suggestion. What helped me very much when I started learning PLO, looking into it deeper. Took it down, it's pretty nice. Very nice queen. Well, hang on. I think it is borderline, but it's probably fine. First of all, Manuel, your English is excellent. No idea about your spoken English, but your written English is impeccable, to be honest. See, that's the beauty about his micro challenge. You're right. Some of the moves, a lot of the moves he's making, you shouldn't be making at micro stakes. Not because they're not profitable there, per se, just because you're playing in a high rake environment, and that alone makes those moves unprofitable. Hang on. Well, we're deep enough to call. Not excited here. I don't come over the top with this hand a lot. Got the overpair. I think I'm taking one off. There's a decent chance we're gonna see 2 cards if I call now. We're in position, so if he checks the turn, we can easily check behind. Yeah, I made a mistake. I raised pre and I have no idea why I checked this flop. Oh, of course. I have to take it down. And unfortunately, that plan is not working. Betting here. Check this hand out in a moment. So we're against MP on the button. Queen, Queen, Jack 8. Two pair here. I misplayed that one. Let's find out if I misplayed it on table 1. Yeah, it's not a race, it's just a call, generally speaking. Alright, the more you know. Giving us 2 pair, putting 1 straight on the board. A nice flash, I would rather fight for it. Actually, you know what? Now I don't like the bet. Because I can't bet pot size because of the splash here, that's extra. So he's getting a good price no matter what he's holding. But not no matter, but with a lot of hands. Yeah. So yeah, in closing, Manuace, do check out that micro challenge. It's going to be very helpful to you. And it's not like you're going to learn stuff that you can't apply to the micros. Quite the opposite, actually. He did that one specifically for micro-stakes players to see that, you know, there's potential there that you can actually, that you can in fact move up through the limits. And he started at PLO 20 for the first sessions, moved up to PLO 50 relatively quickly, well, really quickly. But it still transfers. It's still the same rake environment in terms of rake per 100, BB per 100 and things like that. So, in short, really useful. Cool, and happy to help, man. Always. Always happy if I have something to talk about. Lose much? Yeah, we didn't lose much. This last time we checked, we lost like 40 bucks, I think. Not horrible. Not great, but not horrible. Not entirely sure here. Check this one out. Do it after the flop is, after we see the flop though. I'm not quite sure what I do if we get raised. Short stacker here. I'm actually gonna give this guy some sort of color that's just gonna today indicate that he's a short stacker. Here, open ender and a flush draw. Sue Rengar, hey! Likewise! Thank you! Nice to see you too. Is she gonna call this? Might have slow played a queen. Have jacks. Might have babkas. Did have that queen. Things are going rather decent to Rengar. We're up more than 200 bucks for the day. Up a little bit for this session. Actually, I think that's going to be a good idea to have a color for board stackers. Maybe red, which I don't really use. Red is usually indicated for a reserve for players that are aggressive and in a very reasonable manner, so good players. I rarely mark those out. Actually, I don't think I've ever had a put somebody in a red shirt. Very rarely. Well, let's use red from now on for short stackers, making it easier to see, because I do miss on checking out the stack sizes every once in a while. It's not great. And they're playing a big one, or at least a decent one. Board pairs, interesting. Alright, full house 9s over 5s takes it down. We flop top and bottom with a gutter. Just gonna call here. Not gonna go for the bluff if he checks, I think. Check it down. If he bets him out. Dogball, hey, welcome back. Yeah, it's gonna be a 40 buy-in shot. Reached the required or preferred 100 buy-ins for PLO 50 on Friday. My bankroll. And today's the first day of moving up. Anyways, I love that plan. I really do. Having 100, I'm in mid when it comes to bankroll management, which is not a mistake at PLO at all. So I love that you're taking a very conservative approach there. Yeah. Sounds awesome. Manu, sounds awesome. But personally, I go with the 100 buy-in rule. It is a little bit different when you have a job and you can, you know, quote unquote, easily add on to your bankroll, or at least, you know, potentially. Then going with like 80 buy-ins and being flexible, moving up, moving down when you have a bad run, or take shots often. Having more aggressive bankroll management is, I think, ideal in the micros for a recreational player, because you get out of the high rake environment a little bit faster. When will I play the WSOP? Man, if that ever happens, wouldn't that be today? Jesus Christ, the 10k to main event. If they make a PLO, I'm down. By the way, I was very happy to give that advice. I was in the exact same spot 2 years ago. Little less than. WSOP. I never know, Suranger. Never know. Did run it one stream? Oh, yeah. Tomorrow, if you're not tired of hearing about it yet. I hope not. I will be streaming. I've been invited to stream on the official Run It Once Poker Twitch channel. And I shall do so starting at 4 PM Central European Summer Time, so German time. And I will be on until at least 10. You have to in at night. Meaning. Which we can do on any table currently, not getting any hands. Nope. And you probably heard it before, Manues, but position is hugely important in PLO. Yeah, I'm only talking about the Run It Once stream. I will not be playing the WSOP tomorrow. We have a little bit of a pot going on here. Interesting. Wow, with 2 pair on the flush board. Not flush? Yeah, that rarely works out. Put the money in there. 40 blind shot? Your patience is mind-boggling. It's not a bad thing. Good luck again. It's time to start crushing. Thank you very much, man. I do hope this one goes well. So far, so good. I have to be. I would hate to go back and pick up a job and be able to, in order to be able to replenish my bankroll. So having no other income and playing PLO is, I think, a good starting point to be a nit when it comes to bankroll management. I think that's good advice. Deal, Moneyways, deal. Must invite you to Italy when I be rich. Awesome. Hey, I think PLO is one of the games where you have to, among the better games when it comes to moving up currently. No Limit Hold'em, I feel the skill ceiling is quite high if you want to have a meaningful hourly income in No Limit Hold'em. You need to study your ass off. Possibly someone else's too. Yeah, I do love the plan. It's excellent. What I would do. In fact, when I was trying to figure out if PLO is for me 2 years ago, I quit what I was doing. Admittedly, that was not much. And played PLO 2 and PLO 4 for a month. Like, full time. Not because I was planning on making money there, I was trying to figure out if I like it. If I can find a handle on the game and find a way into understanding it somewhere down the road. Flipper Ross, hey! Welcome back to the channel, mate. Link for the Run at One stream. Yeah, I can do that. Hang on. No, we are in fact sitting at 3 tables. However, unlike usually, we are only playing 3. Usually it would be 4, but I prefer to pay more attention to a Hutless side today. And Pasta takes more notes, which I have been doing already. Yeah, not overburden myself on the first day of moving up. So that link, huh? Let me give you that link. There you go. Yeah, sorry, not too many exciting hands happening currently. Awesome, Stushi, would be nice to see her. But Flipper was playing only one table. I'd get bored out of my mind. I'm very likely start playing a little bit too loosey-goosey. Check it out, how are we doing on Run at Once? Not much changed, I suspect. Yeah, we lost another 12 bucks on Run at Once, so not a huge deal at this point. Alright, let's see a flop. I have a gutter and a flush draw. Not a flop where he's gonna... Oh, he's really short. Damn it. Again, I should have folded. Okay, let's mark him as a short stack then. I was just checking all the tables. I overlooked him. I was just checking exactly for that, for short stackers. Alright. That qualifies as a good starting hand. The ace is queen 4, seeing a suited to the... Wonderful. He's never going to be able to fold, nor should he. Now at this point. Be ludicrous to fold. Yeah, right. A kings, alright. And a gutter, now a pair. Don't do it, man. Alright, does not do it. Wait, what? What? Fair enough. The back, the two pair, they're tough to make when you already hold a pair of kings in your hand. There you have it. So in run at once, we are down a little less than a buy-in. Which means we're still up a little more than 4 buy-ins. Oh, take it. The complete offsuit jacks here with the... It's not a great starting hand to begin with. Maybe... Nah, you know what? I think this one is not even... Even if you have 2 tight players in the blinds here, this is probably too loose to raise. And doubly so with a short stack. Which changes the dynamic quite a bit. He can come over the top quite easily. I said that and then I just raised this hand. I would almost be happy to have another caller. On the surface we should be folding... Well, we should be folding this. Alright, let's display some discipline here. Yeah, still comfortably up more than 4 buy-ins. Anyways, I hail from Germany, from East Germany to be exact. I spent 2 years in Canada, spent a year in the US in the past. Alright, not folding that. A suited ace, blind versus blind. Not a great flop for our hand. Yep, gonna get up to any shenanigans. Double suited and double paired queens here now. Just when we're folding against an undergun. It's crazy, even as crazy as Yvonne, who probably has the wrong tag here. Now if we get raised again, come over the top. Honestly, I wouldn't know. Like, generally speaking, no, against a short stacker, it might be fine to just come over the top in that spot. Get raised by Yvonne, no? Alright, we're not folding a suited king on the button versus a big blind open. Really? I must admit, I really didn't pay attention to Yvonne, how she, to her post-flop tendencies so far. Is she potting? Wait, let me check out a few hands of hers. Nah, I don't find any in time. Is she potting it habitually? I'm rather unhappy to be folding here, but against the pot size, man? Thank you. Well, you ain't riling me up, Yvonne. I'm telling you that much. Keep doing you, though. Just gonna call here. Maybe we get in a great spot and Yvonne comes over the top again. Be awesome. These are not great aces. They can be raised. For 100 big blinds, you can raise... as long as you're deep, you can raise any ace in any position. Never need to flat. You can, but you never need to. The nut flush blocker on the road. Great blockers as well. Not folding the double suited jack 10-10. Not bad, certainly gonna call it. And if you get bigger, it's a different story. Oh, that's the short stack again. Jesus Christ. With the two backdoor flushes and the gutter, I can't fold here. Kings again. The deuce is not great. Ooh! Not this time, my friend. Got all of the money back from the shorty. $8. I mean, we did underrepresent our hand quite a bit here. Take one off. The main reason why I took one off is so, you know, if the 7 or deuce pairs, we are pretty confident that we have a decent hand. Of course, if a heart rolls off, we can just bluff it at still at enough chips behind to put pressure on. Don't see the point in betting here. It's not folding a queen 7, a king 7, or any two pair, basically, except for the 7-5. Nice. The ship it, bam! Oh, nice flip arrows. Getting some money back. Not strong enough for another gun here. I wonder if it's a 10, if it's a 10-9 is probably fine. Let's check it out if it's like for the 10-9, 10-8 type of hands under the gun here. This one is a raise. I would be surprised if it's not. Then again, I have been surprised before. King, queen, 10. And I am right on the money. The king, queen, 10-9 is fine. King, queen, 10-8 is still a little bit too loose. You've been to Freiburg, Munich, and Frankfurt. I live like in Leipzig, not in Leipzig, but in the Leipzig area, which is roughly 250 kilometers south of Berlin. I live a little bit south of Leipzig. I think Freiburg is a nice city, right? Frankfurt am Main, or on the Main, not so much, from what I remember. And Munich, of course, is quite nice to see as well. Cool. I have never been to Italy. I have, in fact. I was in Venice, which I understand is, on one hand, it's a nice side of Italy. On the other hand, it's maybe not super representative, because, you know, it's a tourist place. And I remember it being hot, interesting, and expensive. One gap rundown here. Double suited. If it's single suited, don't bother raising it under the gun. He can call a raise with this one though. If he comes over the top, we are not folding. Get a walk, I'll take it. I heard Jay Hernandez say something nice once. Not only once, but just came to mind. You know, regarding when you have you have the dream hand, you have the ace-ace, king-king, double suited or something like that, ace-ace, jack-10, double suited, you know, the absolute monsters in PLO. And you raise and you take down the blinds. You go like, oh man, I really would have loved to see a flop, which is of course what I'm thinking there every time as well. But Jay Hernandez said something interesting. He said if you manage to take down the blinds every single hand you play, you would be the largest winner in PLO, period. You would have an insane win rate of 100 big blinds. And yeah, that always, I have that in the back of my head when I get a walk or when I take down the big blinds with a decent or great hand. And of course now at PLO 50, in terms of money, it starts to become interesting to take down 75 cents. If you do that a bunch of times a day, it does add up. But even at the micro stakes, I was always of the same mindset. In terms of BB per 100, it's just huge taking down the blinds. Oh no, no reason to be disappointed when that happens to you. here. Rather close. On this table, I let it go as well. We raise E1 on the button. Again, not like it's a huge moneymaker, that hand. On a tight table, I would have opened it though. Nope, connectivity is not there. The dangler is not helping at all. I think the Queen Jack 8-7 is fine. And of course the Queen Jack 10-8, 10-9. Those are very strong hands. Let's check out if the what did I say? Queen Jack 8-7, but I think that one's fine under the gun. Hey, I am learning stuff over time by looking it up in the matrix. That's exactly right, and the 8-6 would be a fold. The Queen Jack. And it is a raise and a call if you get raised. Turn. Alright. Also not a raising hand, this one. All is fine when you have the suited ace. And of course the 6-5 is not a horrible combination by itself as well. Double top pair, 3 ways, not terribly exciting to say the least. And he bets, good for him. Curious to see if he's gonna take it down. Oh, a mega short. I again didn't notice. Mega short stacker here. Let's take it down. Oh, no, he reloaded. Okay, okay, I see. Seven. Worth thin-ish ISO. Out if this is a raise in MP. If you get raised, I'm gonna let it go. Even should the matrix tell me something else now. Which it doesn't, but the raise is perfectly fine as long as you keep it to a raise fold. It's peachy. Lord, now I'm getting a much better price. Alright. Not the dream board we were hoping for, is it? Paris, nice to see you. Last time you played, you were here, I played PLO 10. That has been quite a while then. So well done. Thank you very much. Nice. I didn't realize it has been that long, my friend. Cool. Man, him calling there just gave us such a good price. For what was still a very mediocre hand, but yeah. Not gonna lose sleep over it. Nope. So this table is pretty awesome. Two very active players on the table. This one, we have this guy, loose aggro. Tight aggro, no weak yet. This one really isn't that appealing. Let's see if we can do better than table 1. I mean, admittedly, I'm asleep on all 3 tables, but I really haven't gotten many hands. Fast. Well, we opened a new PLO 50 table. Still, it might still be better than playing this one here. Yeah, leave this one in a moment. to work with here. The ace queen 10-6. Seeing a suited to the ace, not gonna fold. Unless we see a 3-bet, of course. Wasn't the action, that is fine. Top 2 and a gutter and a blocker. Spade stall. Board pairs, but it's not the pair we were hoping for. Or queen jack and ace jack a little bit. The new table you have quite a strong hand. Ace queen queen 8 double suited. With a button power limp. Spades everywhere, huh? Right. You flopped the nuts on a different table. A redraw. Probably could have led. Yeah, that's a nice spot to lead. End up having a straight. I might end up calling bets now. At 9, at 7 I could do without. It's not the worst card in the deck though. Get raised, things get a little bit spicy. We do not. What the? I made a min raise? That does not sound like me at all. Oh well. Flush draw. You have blocker to nuts, 2 backdoors, flush draws. I.e. not much. Yep, have to let it go. It's a nice bluffing spot, but the button hits this board much more often than we do in the small blind. Last hand on table 1. We have a decent one. And here we're not folding. Oh. Better interesting. That's half pot. Alright. That's a flush draw, 2 pair outs. We do make 2 pair on the rainbow board. Here, this is the flop we've gotten, this is the turn. Jack 10, that's unfortunate. It was pretty much that, or set was the only hand you're behind here. That would be reasonable. Very unfortunate, Mr. Bond. A lot of queens. So what did she 3-bet with there? It's the ace check 10-7 that we lost to. Single suited to the jack. That is a loose bet against the button open. Three, 10. There's 7, I think. Yeah. Suited. Button. Not closing the action, but I don't oh, sorry. Wrong button. I don't suspect this guy is coming over the top here a lot at all. Have a gutter. A little bit of a blocker situation. Backdoor flush draw. Not much yet. See a cheap turn. Oh, hang on. I've got a DM regarding the... Get the flush draw here. That's the gutter. So the 6 wouldn't give us the nuts, but we would be blocking the nuts as well as we can. I think I'm taking one off. The ace is pre-flop really nice. He checks. I doubt we're good. What? We'll see what I know. Very surprising. Heck is straight here. Let's go and check tiny pot. Right, not a great river here. We're good. We're not blocking higher straights at all against Elvis. Does have it. Alright. Hey Piranhas! Good night. Thank you for tuning in, man. Or lady, you never know. And OMG, you are on. That can only mean one thing, that Rafael Madeira is in the channel. Good to see you, Rafael. That PLO 50 though. Yeah, that's what's happening now. We lost a buy-in earlier. Other than that, we are still doing rather well. I'm gonna call here actually. Let's hoping that somebody comes over the top. If not, we're gonna play a small one in position now. As it turns out, it's not a horrible spot either. Alright, something cooking down here. Everybody checks, kind of dig that. Oh, we're 3 ways, huh? Still, this is a decent one to see bet on, I think. And they agree. Let this go. For sure, this guy bets into more than half the table. Okay, exactly half the table, but poker players and math. Eh. At least this poker player and math, apparently. That is reasonable. What did this gentleman lead with on a turn? Winston 8-5, so he had 2 pair himself. Right? Not. Seeing that we have no showdown value at all, might as well turn this one into a bluff. River 7s, huh? Okay. All the aces that we would want, actually more than we would want. 3 aces, 7 and 10, single suited. Take it down pre. Yeah, we should still be up, like, actually, let's check. Quite sure. Up more than 3 buy-ins, like 160-ish. Something like that. Ah, perfect timing, Raphael. So for the first day at PLO 50, it's gone rather nice. I think there's 2 spots I regret really regret how I played it. There's certainly plenty of spots where I made mistakes, but 2 that immediately come to mind. Other than that, I must say I like how I'm playing on my first PLO 50 day this time around. Really wasn't happy with my play the first couple of days last time I tried to move up. Which of course also contributed to the fact that we have to try to move up once more. Get it to stick last time. And so far the level of play seems to be no different at all from PLO 20, to be honest. And none that I noticed so far. Single suited with perfect rundown down here. If we make 2 pair and a blocker. Oh, with the 9 blocker and the 4 blocker actually as well. Bet this one. Take it down. The rundown down here I cold called. Not much cold calling going on with small blind. This one isn't horrible to do it with. Let's actually check up on it. Button. Nope, should not be cold called. Should just be folded. Alright. The more you know. Check if there's like a must-sit table on microgaming. Checked earlier, the tables were quite iffy. Not really. Wait, did I just switch away from a table you were watching? If so, that might have been this one. Sorry about that. Duh. Nah, nothing really that convinces me that I should be opening up a microgaming table currently. Stick on to a run at once on this stream. Money ways! Have to go! Yeah, that's late, I understand. It is late. Saying, pleasure to meet you and talk with you. Thanks again for all your advice. Have a good night. It has been my genuine pleasure, and good night to you, sir, and thanks for the kind words. Here, start off by checking the flush here. Right? Need to check now. That is very nice. Won't be the king high flush? No, just grab. Stabby. Stabby on paired turn. All right, note taken. King is fine. No, you're not late to the party at all, in fact. Yeah, you get to follow it from the start. Hopefully this is the last time you have to move up to PLO 50. Check here once more. And you're okay, you're saying you didn't notice a huge skill difference, to be honest. Yeah, same for me. Check here once more is probably the best bet of getting money out of a stabby and bluffy player. Ain't that working great? Fine, makes one feel more swing. That's exactly it. The 2.5 increase, 2.5 times increase in your bankroll requirements is huge. Would be easier if it was PLO 40, or if the lower limit would be PLO 25. Get called, and I think we got the absolute maximum in this hand. I wonder what we got called by. That was quite nice. Was it clubs? Oh, the king high. All right, all right. Tough to fold it. King, king, 7-5. So the overpair and the gutter on the flop and a flush draw. Okay, nice hand. Thank you. Nice hand to you too. I failed, and that's exactly why it took me quite a while to. Well, I think on the. Nah, I think that's the wrong way of saying it. It really didn't take all that long. But of course I would have liked to be able to move up earlier. And that's what you just said, making it hard on the bankroll. I did wait until I had 100 buy-ins for PLO 50. And seeing that I have no side income, that's the best way to go about it in my case. If you're playing as a hobby, you're probably better off managing a bankroll more aggressively, move down when needed. As long as you do that, then you're fine playing very aggressive, moving up and down very aggressively. Within reason, like 60, 70, 75 buy-ins, something like that. That top two wouldn't have been happy. Three base are not without a spade. Get aces on that table. And Ruby might be a little bit on tilt now. Here, top two in the flush draw. This one we are raising right away. I'm not sure if Ruby is on tilt, but we're definitely able to put more money in. Awesome. Flush draw, blocker to the straights, and on table 2 we take it down, by the way. This top 2 in the flush draw. We get raised here, the money's going in. Hey! And very nice aces over here. Let's do this again. Clear the board, that is very excellent of you. Let's see, is she gonna fall for the same trick? No. Was a nice card, put a straight out there as well. She had nothing. Pair of nines and an open ender. Yep, have to let this one go. Ruby ain't happy. More aces for us. Alright. Nothing cooking for us on this board. However, down here we flop top 2. And a gutter, actually. My surprise, on table 1 it gets checked through. Still no help for us making the earliest exit. Yeah. one is working out quite nicely. We get to put in a rather substantial raise here. We will. On table 3 we take it down. Welcome. Ruby ain't getting rid of Rebecca here, apparently. Alt. Pot size bet on the turn. Again, this is a rather nice flop. We don't need to pot it here. We can probably go small. Will do. Bomb the turn, probably. Or trip aces. I just want to show you and see myself what ends up happening here. So here, bet small. You know, get a fold and take down. Nice one. Oh, Raphael, I have to tell the news again, at the risk of boring viewers that have been here for a little bit longer. I will be streaming on the Run It Once, on the official Run It Once poker channel on Twitch tomorrow at 4 o'clock p.m. Central European Summertime. Which, you know, is having me smiling to no end. Having me smiling? Having me smile to no end. With the money in the middle, we're not coming over the top. We would like to see a flop though. Hate to see somebody 3-bet at this point. Interesting down here. Take it on table 2. That's that race. Very open-ender against the pot size. Oof. Let's take one off. A little bit adventurous here. Not a great board for us. Might slow the action down that queen. Not gonna go for the bluff. I think ace king is still calling. King jack is probably calling. Every once in a while we are good. Not against the aces though. Cool. On the paired board here, we see a really small bet from Ruby. Ah, she bets the whole table. We do have only the nut flush draw. We're letting it go. Paired board. Making the flush on the river can be a headache in by itself. We got some money back, didn't we? Yep. Which means we're up around 200 bucks once more, I think. Yeah, actually a little bit more. Like 210, 215, something like that. And I feel more or less deservedly so. I don't remember that we had any huge suckouts where we got the money in horribly and won. Maybe we got the money in bad once. I think once. We didn't win. So, yeah. Oh, cool beans. And man, the first huge splash is gonna be very exciting. Just a jack here. So ideally we turn an 8 or a jack. We have some nice hands on other tables. Here against the under the gun open limp. Okay. Ah. For half pot, I'm actually willing to take one off. Make 2 pair there in the end. We're gonna come over the top, a late position raise. Yeah. Point we're done, unfortunately. Gonna call a pot size. River. Get raised here once more, alright. Not folding. Yep, that's it for us. Do have that gutter backdoor flush draw, but meh. I see bets like super tiny, sure. And we take one off. Table 3 I took it down with a c-bet on an ace-high board. This is rather tiny. Push our luck here. 10. Nah. 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 Sounds like a good opportunity. Yeah, I mean, I'm super excited. Definitely be asleep, but best of luck nonetheless. Fair enough, fair enough. Time zones and all. A huge splash here. Let's hope nobody comes over the top. You know, not one of the really big splashes, so start at 100 BB and go up to 1000 BB. But it's the biggest one of the smallest splashes, so to say. If that's not, I hope that's not too confusing. We flop. Oh, we flop some potential here. Now, if everybody here folds, should we consider calling? Yeah, I think there's too much money in the middle. Of course, there's a slight risk that Scott comes over the top. Then we unfortunately made a donation to the both of them because we need to fold at that point. I think there's a little too much money there. This might well slow him down here. Do block the nuts holding a jack. All right. A nice pot for Blair. Too. Nice. Open folding range. Alright. The button that's called double suited ace jack deuce deuce. Got a flush draw and the backdoor flush draw. Maybe already checks we're gonna go for a bet. Most likely on a lot of river cards we are gonna barrel. Or I do have some threes here on the button. An ace, double suited ace 6, 4, 3, something like that. Hey, Taco Ball into channel. Nice to see you, mate. Cool. Welcome back, man. First day of PLO 50. You picked a good day to drop by. Actually, it's 2.5 times bigger than it used to be. By the way, this is a table where should I double up here to 140, I will rejoin the table. I'm not red holding aggressively anymore. Which I did the first time moving up, which probably hindered our progress a little bit. But on the whole, I think I'm doing fine in deep stack pots nowadays. But against Yvonne, I really wouldn't like to play a 6-blind pot just yet on the first day. This position on us, she's very loose aggressive. So should we double up here, I'll rejoin the table. So lost a little bit, still up around 4 binds though. Maybe just a tad under. Hey Taco Ball, guess what? I'll be streaming on the Run One's poker channel tomorrow. Everyone on this channel is getting sick and tired of me saying that, but I'm just too excited. I'm sorry. Also exciting is the Ace King 10 here, triple suited. How about a squeeze, Simon? No? Simon says squeeze. Simon says nothing. All right. Outsized, wow. Okay. Outsized imposition is slightly unusual. But who knows what it's supposed to mean. We are going to be closing the action here. Small splash, 3 BB extra in there. Alright, now the price is too good. Though we're not winning this very often. There might be one PLO 50 table on microgaming worth checking out, and I don't mind adding a fourth table if it's on micro where I have a HUD running. I can still focus on the other tables to take notes and stuff. Let's check this one out, see if it's fine. Table is not aligned, yeah, good enough. What's happening up here? Open ender and then second nut flush draw. A bunch of blockers, actually, yeah. Need here. Good thing I noticed those blockers. Oh. Oh, der Alter. I appreciate you dropping in, man. Nice to see you. Alright, not stabby. With the backdoor flush, let's take one off. Giving us a pair and a gutter now at this point. Up here, I think the chances are decent that we're taking it down. We can go for a really small bet, hope to get a called by an ace king, I guess. Yeah, letting it go. Ace queen, sorry, ace king is not doing us any favors. We end up paying more rake. So the other things are going rather well. We are still up around 200 bucks. tad under. Yeah, and everything is peachy. Alright, the run-it ones... No, not the run-it ones. The microgaming table really isn't to my liking. Leave this one. Guy might potentially be a very passive player. Didn't see a raise from him in 11 hands. Yeah, not a great table in short. Ooh, action over here. What's happening? Man, and I ruined what was a run-it once only stream until now. Damn it. Ooh, what's happening up here? Ruby involved. That seems like a perfect opportunity to check. Bottom pair and nothing else. What's happening up here? Alright. Probably decent enough connectivity here to consider calling blind versus blind. Folding it is not a huge deal either, I'm sure. Ace is on the ruby table, huh? See how that goes. Are they equal stack size? A little bit deep here. 150 BB, actually more than that. Oh, yeah, let's go with 160. Ruby raises, huh? More aces on table 2. Alright. You know what, this deep? Here we're gonna squeeze. Yeah, this deep I could probably just flat it. All bet, take one off. Called in 2 spots here, and we have almost the exact same flop. Jesus Christ. Alright, with a quick lead. A lot of time to think about it. Ruby, ruby, ruby. Did have the 10, no? Alright. My note did say that she's stabby on paired flush boards. This time she had the goods though. join another run at once table because there's a red tech here. See some stats from him before we decide if we stick around. Playing with the big boys and girls. So far I feel I'm holding my own. Actually, not much of a difference, if any at all, between PLO 50 and what we're used to, PLO 20. Alright, doesn't look terribly interesting, that guy. Yeah, not gonna stick around on this table either. Just thought if he was a player I absolutely need to play with, I need to check out the table. Turns out he's not. Check here with a pair of deuces in our hand. Ah, the sitcom song. Always feels like it's the intro song to like 90s sitcom. Decent splash here. It's too bad. Yeah, I'm not gonna go with that crazy. Make it single suited, sure. Always nice to draw first blood. Yeah, it is. Thanks. Top pair against the one down here. Also a very aggressive player. Playerette? Playeress? Playeretta? I don't know. Probably gonna call down. This sheep bet's huge, doesn't it? I suspect we're good here quite often. But we are. On the microgaming table, we just took down the small one pre and get aces now. One of the last hands we're gonna play here. Check back to the splash pot. Ooh, you get raised, sir. Oh, man. You're no good. Okay. With the lead. Okay. Not helping the turn. Unless you consider saving us money helping, then I guess it's alright. Start off by checking if he turns. Please don't be ace jack. That's fine. Yeah, fine. Ace king is strong enough. This one we are folding to re-raise though. Not folding that many button hands if we get raised from the blinds. And we open the button. This one makes the cut. Oh. 27 entries at the PLO 50 pool. Okay, so let's go over the tables. And I have a feeling we're gonna get rid of table 2. Find a better one, yeah. Open-ended straight flush draw. Alright. Oh, we have to see one, right? Some full house outs now. Alright. Cool. 75 cents coming our way. Don't mind if we do. Right off the bat, there are two players we marked as tight on this table. Let's see how the other players are. Once the dynamic avatars show up after 10 hands. On the whole, I think not. Something happening up here. Did she just sing "You Make Me Feel Like I'm Alive"? What's that supposed to mean? I can accept that "You Make Me Feel That I Am Alive", but like I'm alive? Okay. I mean, I'm not anti-zombie or anything, or anti-vampire, it just makes me as odd. These kings we're not raising, should we? We're going to play a multiplayer part here. Interesting flop. Stabby dude as well on paired boards, as far as we know. Up here we can't really fold just yet, even though it's for the full pot size. Well, not quite, but the deep bet. We have a gutter, we have a pair, and we have both backdoor flush draws. A little bit too strong to let go. He keeps betting, and this guy called, so at this point we're out. Flush draw coming in, the blocker with the jack a little bit. Here the flush comes in as well. Curious to see how this one ends up. Betting. Down now. Really hoping for a Rebecca check. I think we need to let it go. Maybe it's more of a call. Make two pair. Which on this board is not nothing. There are not that many two pairs out there. Maybe we're gonna go for the bluff at this point. Don't have any relevant blockers, but on the other hand, we don't have any showdown value at all. I would love a check now. On table 2 I did get the fold. The small bet, can I fold for this price? I think the price is too good. We lose this very often. Possibly we're good here often enough. As you know, there's the king 9 out there. Okay, the king 3, 5. Alright, I guess. Well, that didn't help the bankroll at all, did it? We're still up for the day, but we're only up like 140, something like that. Time to win a big one. Still happy to be up at all, and if you finish like this, even if you finish 1 or 2 buy-ins only up only for the day, I shall be very happy with how things have gone. A decent part happening down here. There's a bunch of decent parts happening down here quite often. Alright. A nice splash here, wow. And a interesting spot as well, where we have air open-ender and a straight open-ender straight flush draw. There's too much extra money in there. We are calling, hoping of course nobody comes over the top. Quite ugly. Hey, hello nuts. How about a bluff, sir? Okay. So we have a pair, we have an open-ender. Right? Right. Kind of doubtful that we get to see a turn here. The price would have to be really good. Oh, wait, I almost checked. It's art. You're not supposed to understand the lyrics. It's the breast music. That's a good point, and luckily I don't understand the lyrics all that often. Even though my English is rather good, understanding song lyrics can be a challenge. Not going to be able to call. He bet into the whole table. He took a long time to think, but ultimately decided to not call. Takes it down. Yeah, good point there, Alter. $10.75. I think both of them would need to call, or us to call behind in the small blind. Not quite good enough to come in for a raise. I think the king 10, 9, 8, maybe. Pick up on that, why not? Small blind versus under the gun. Is that double suited king 10, 9, 8? That's the wrong one. Alright. That would be fine. The 9-7 would be fine too for a raise. The 8-7 would just be a call. Cool. Well, hello there. Bottom pair, a gut shot to the wheel. It's sweet, not flush draw. Raising here is probably not horrible either. I don't know if it's the better solution. Might be. I tend to be possibly a little bit too careful in spots like these. Of yet. Top and bottom. Oh, that's wonderful. Ruby is... Okay, he's checking. Let's not go for the bluff here. His queen is still calling quite a lot. You get to put more money in with crappy aces pre, which is awesome. On the flop, the money's going in if it's not a horrible flop. Not a great flop, but it's one where the money's going in. Alright. Wish us luck. Ooh, that's a good flop for you. Don't get there, man. Ah, one card away from scooping. Come over the top here. Have top two. How about returning full house? That would be quite sweet. Here you have a wrap. One little heart blocker. Make that 3 pair down here now. Heart rolls off. Alright. He bet the turn, which I possibly foolishly called. I'm not blocking the straight at all. Hope he doesn't have the queen jack. Alright, splitting I take grudgingly. Wait, did he have the nut flush blocker there? Nope. In fact, he had no diamonds at all. Ah, why couldn't we win this one? Why, oh why, the brutality of it all. Ah, G flop, perfectly nice. Although that re-raise was rather light, right? Jack 10 10 8. I know it was double suited, but still, it's not a re-raising. I think it's quite a re-raise there. Go for 2 barrels. Not shutting down just yet. Ooh, I was gonna call this 6 because there's extra money in the middle now. That shuts me right out, unfortunately. What happens here? If you get sort of, well, not min-raised, but you get raised after a long pause. I'm gonna let him sweat for a moment, and then of course fold. Sweet 2 pair. Nah, but he couldn't have called here, that's all good. Everybody would have made a flush here. Wait, what did you re-raise? Alright, no, that was fine, I think. The Jack 9 8 7 double suited, yeah, that's cool. You could go around re-raising that. Now, of course, in a rather larger splash pot, 10 BB extra, we have the hammer, aces, king 10. But Maybe come over the top once more, that would be... Well, here goes. Would of course be amazing if we were able to take it down pre. I highly doubt it. Perfection. If we lose that one, we'll take it to the chin, but that's the ideal scenario. Ugh. What's with the cold call? Jesus Christ. Looked like my experience with aces lately. Yeah, man. Jesus, wow. Alright, let's flop huge. Let's get it all back and then some. Why don't we? Man, that's gonna be a massive, massive pot here. Color me excited. I don't understand this cold call at all. Queens, ace jacks, some other crap. Okay, here's a 9. It's something. That's not us, is it? Except for the double paired 9s, it was a nice flop. Well, that actually was a nice flop, except for the fact that he had a 9 there. Oh, sad face for sure. Well, that's not good for the bankroll. That's good for the daily results. With that, we're still above breaking even, but not much anymore. Dashed up, happy caller. Or the other hands involved. So we had Rebecca and Harris in there as well. Is it double paired queens, which I kinda get, double paired queens. Rebecca had that I don't get at all. Queen 10 7 4. What the Christ? Gosh, that pot maniac then. Ah, sad face. Too bad. Oh. Every once in a while we win this one. Crazy Yvonne raising. Alright. The gutter might not be aboard, she wants to c-bet on though. We'll see what I know. Kind of surprised by that c-bet. Not gonna do anything about it though, unfortunately. Damn. Yeah, we're still up a little bit, but not much, like 20-30 bucks. Oh well, moving on. Jack to 9 with a 7 is good enough, I think, in MP. Pick up on it, but I'm gonna call a raise. Might as well check it out right now. 10, 9, 7. And that is indeed perfect. Make the 7 a 6, and it's just a fold. This specific hand gets raise called. Yep, even if it's not perfectly single suited. We have a wrap, 3 base. Pretty massive wrap. Bet up a little bit nicer over here. All right, giving us the nut straight. Rapidly checked. No reason to bet. This flush is always going to call, and we're good. All right, not a huge bankroll booster, but at least a morale booster. And took it down on table 2 as well with the trip 8s. Maybe we can see a showdown, see what he ends up limping under the gun. Top pair, top kicker on a paired board. Alright. He folds, we're gonna see a turn. Can't argue with that. He doesn't have king queen. Let's go for a bet fold. Hope we don't get called. That's not good. Flush is gonna take it down. Just with an... Interesting. Alright, so limped under the gun and ace 10-7, what was it? 7-4. Good. Alright. Hope your luck turns around as with the music. I still haven't forgotten. I'll, at some point in the hopefully not too distant future, make some time and download more music. Something with a little bit more of, you know, drums and guitars. Playing a huge one. Kings versus ace, he makes a flush in the end, wow. Flopped nuts here, gonna be rather careful. Let's check out what's happening here. Go straight, takes it down. The blocker, so probably more of a call happy dude. I don't know. we still have the nuts. 2 flushes now out there. We go for another check. We do have 1 blocker for the club flush. Even if I bet pot here, a lot of the flush draws are going to continue. I don't really see the point. I think checking is fine. Heavy dude. Alright. This king is here where I came over the top. Against this dude who just lost a big pot. Aces who might be a little bit tilty. Right, take it down. Wonderful! What a wonderfully safe river there. Tough to get any more money out of him. Alright, I guess we're splitting. What the? Yeah, but... Not sure what the check was about. See if the 10 blocker is nice enough to take it down. Apparently it is. Pair 4 ways, backdoor flush draw, see a lead right away for full, not full pot, but a substantial part of it. Alright. Top pair, open-ended rainbow board. Be rather nice. Here the turn got checked through, now the board pairs. Jack rolls off. Gonna bet again. Knows what the big blind has here. Pair of 8s, wow. Well, she has the right tag, man. I'm gonna check and very often end up check calling. Up 2, looks like we're good. Okay. Maybe not. Lose against a turn set of jacks there. Gonna go for the raise fold against an aggressive dude. Alright. So, Ruby here, super stabby in multi-way pots. That is just totally weird. Pots. He leads, really. Right, how about a 10 of hearts? Quite what I had in mind. Could be an ace-5, ace-2, something like that. With the jack, we'll most likely end up calling down here. Yep. Come on. We can't do right at the moment. If I'm making massive mistakes. I think so. I hope not. If you're spotting mistakes left and right, let me know. Maybe it's time to enter session. Wow, they're playing a big one, apparently. Almost a bind in the middle already. Cool bets, I think. I like it. Here we have kings, which we are definitely come out on top with. Up here, not flush draw on a paired board. Down here the board pairs. Oh. Kings flop rather nice. Hopefully. I'm curious to see what ends up happening down here. So, we can't do it. I mean, Ruby, who knows what Ruby has? The straight flush. Straight flush against top full house. Nasty. Ruby had crap. This guy had 9s. Would have beaten our 7s. The straight flush against the top set. Very nasty. On table 2 with the kings, we took it down, by the way. Yeah, Ruby is super stabby, man. She has the right tag. A proper pink shirt. Been a while since we had one of those. Now we need to get us some hands on the table. I guess at this point we're sort of breaking even for the day. Nice blockers. Unfortunately, it's a diamond board, which we don't have any of. Yeah, we're down a little bit, like 10-20 bucks. Nah. Not gonna go for the bluff here. More Ruby action. Check this one out if I'm supposed to squeeze here. I don't think so. Versus late position. Or we are! Alright, noted, hopefully. Interesting. White. You know what? I think I'm probably well advised to take a break at this point. Take off the run bat, get some fresh air, and filter it. Yep, let's do that. Right, it's 10-7-3, land it open, cut off. Pair backdoor flush draw and a little bit of a blocker with the 10. Pair and a nut flush draw now. Right. Straight on board. Wouldn't be terribly surprised if it gets checked. Not. So a whole bunch of draws missed here. Aggressive V1. I don't think it's a terribly bad move to look her up here every once in a while. We are getting a decent price. It looks a little bit like value, but yeah, all the draws missed. Except for, you know, the one straight draw, or two straight draws rather. Ah, the 9-7. Knew she had crap. Unfortunately, it was better crap than ours. Alright. Alright, be right back. Enjoy the Ruby table in the meantime. I hope I'm not missing any huge splashes. But we'll see. Back in 5 minutes or less. Thanks for watching so far, everybody. And back. Thanks for sticking around, everybody. Let's find out if I got my mojo back. If not, I'm just gonna end the stream fairly soon. We'll play it by ear a little bit. And thanks for the good lucks, der Alte, and see you soon. Microcoding tables really don't look all that interesting. Actually, one of them with an unknown. Queen's down here with an ace and an 8 suited to the queen. Alright. Because E1 is not folding, so we're getting a decent-ish price, and she's probably not coming over the top. Flop the overpair, not terribly exciting on this board. Not bet here. Well, we are getting a good price. I'll say let's hope we're not up against kings. Or, you know, for that matter, 6. At this point, though, we are folding. Yep. Flop. Interesting up here against Stabby Ruby. Pair, a little bit of a blocker with the 6 and a flush draw. Add a gutter to our arsenal. Cool. It's a late position open, decided to come over the top, a very aggressive dude. I think it's fine. Let's check it. Getting a little bit too loose. Cut off. Just a call. It's supposed to be just a call. Here, however, this is a raise now when it's double suited. Different story entirely. We flop a blocker, the overpair, take it down on table 3, which is nice. So we're not gonna fold here with the 8 in our hand and the... Now we have a gutter. The flush draw, yeah, still. Ruby stabs we are calling. A decent size for us to call too. Checks though. Probably means she has showdown value. Yep. The Golden Blazer in the channel! Hey, welcome Golden Blazer, nice to see you here. If you guys don't know the Golden Blazer, do check him out on Twitch. He plays mid to high stakes, sit and goes in tournaments, and has a super entertaining channel. There's always action in the Golden Blazer's channel, man. Nice to have you here, my friend. PLO 50 LFG for sure. Unfortunately, we had a bunch of, yeah, sort of bad, yeah, not really bad beats, but we lost a bunch of pots with aces. And are now slightly below breaking even when the day started off Really nicely. 2 pair here. Dicey board against Stabby Ruby, huh? Yum, 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 yum. Always hurts to fold against her. Yeah, she had a nice hand. She was definitely ahead of our 2 pair and the overpair there. So yeah, right now the session is sort of a downer. First session went excellent. This session I don't think I made too many major mistakes. Certainly didn't get the money in bed a lot. And just couldn't get there, so meh. With Rakeback we're probably not far from breaking even. Yeah, like a buying down, I think. Yeah, the Golden Blazer is one of those channels. Whenever I host them at the end of my poker day, I usually not planning to... I usually want to do something non-poker related afterwards. And the Golden Blazers and Richie Rob's channels are the top 2 channels that I tend to stick around at whenever I host them. Pair and a flush draw here. Alright. Go crazy. Have a gutter on top now. Blocking nuts with a 10. So not interested in folding. Hey Dalton, you're still here. I thought you went to bed. Maybe you get to witness the turnaround. And as I said earlier, if not, if things don't keep going my way, we just end the stream at that point. 2 pair, blocker to the nuts. Top and bottom is exactly what we have. No point in betting here, we're not getting called by much that we beat. Doubt the King Jack is gonna call. The Queen Jack, sorry. Take it down. More queens. This time we have a gutter to the overpair and a backdoor flush draw. On the rainbow board. Easy winch board, alright. Golden Blazer, yeah! That is just super exciting news. I am indeed gonna be featured on the Run It Once channel tomorrow, as in I'm gonna be streaming on the channel starting at 4 PM Central European Summer Time. And I'm so very excited about it. I feel very honored that they asked me. His queens as well. Unfortunately makes 2 pair in the end, damn it. Here we have double paired queens. We get a lot of queens lately. So yeah, as I said, the move up to PLO 50 is not going bad on the whole. It's not like the players are crushing us. This session we got a little bit unlucky in a bunch of spots where we put the money in. Easy call here if you get raised. That's pretty standard. And on this board we're letting it go. Well, does it give us a gutter? We have excellent blockers at this point. We shouldn't hit this board at all. Gonna bomb pretty much any non-club river. Oh. Check out another table, see if we can maybe switch out table 2. Alright, just calling suits us fine. How's it going on your end, Golden Blazer, by the way? Did you get out of the downswing? Oh, yeah, well, perfect. Oh, you're turning things around. Break even for months was terrible, yeah. That's how poker goes, yeah. Unfortunately, that's exactly how it is. Pair and the gutter not good enough here. Yeah, perfect timing, I was just gonna ask. How things have been going in the Golden Blazer Castle. So what's the deal, Golden Blazer? You're planning on playing full-time at any point, or like, so far no plans in that regard? Looking to keep it as a side gig for now. Is King King Queen here? No, is King Queen Queen. Unfortunately not suited to the ace, but whatever. Certainly a raising spot. Six get wire high life, yeah. That's what's keeping me from hopping over to casino here in Europe. That and the atrocious rig. Which is not for the faint-hearted. I think 5% capped at 25 euros, which is almost $30. I'm sure that makes you glad to live in the US, even though the online poker part probably isn't. WSOP next year for the Golden Blazer. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if we see the Golden Blazer at the WSOP. And if you're going to be wearing anything but the Golden Blazer, that would be a huge disappointment to all of your fans. All of your fans, I mean. Get together, pay. Really? Yep. Knew it. Called it. Hey, I think I'm gonna buy some more reaction, Golden Blazer. It's a tiny bit to have a sweat. You know, provided I can still afford that next year. Let's see how PLO 50 goes. Ah, I see. Have 100% of yourself. Yeah. If you can, that's, you know, I would prefer that too. Honestly, no idea what's wiser, but you as a tournament player probably know what the more beneficial way is to go about it. The min raise down here, really. Oh, fair enough. Maybe suited perfect rundown. Gonna fold that versus the button open in the big blind. Have a gutter and little else, i.e. nothing else. Klasse, okay, this month's been sun running awesome! Nice! That is a nice month, my friend. Cool. Yeah, for you it would be easy to selection. I agree with the Alter there. You get emotional. That's not a bad point, to be honest, yeah. I was thinking of... Actually, I am gonna do that at some point. Playing more PLO tournaments. So far, the few I played went rather well on the whole. And so I was thinking about doing more of these, and then at some point, if people want to have a sweat, put up like a staking... sell some shares, I think is the way to say that. At no markup, because that would be stupid. Yeah, just so if people want, they can have a sweat. Decided maybe 2 years or so. Yeah, I love that planning, the Golden Blazer. If I had ever found a job that I would have enjoyed for more than 2 years, I would have gone the same route. But since I never found one of these, like after 1.5 years, I'd always so far tended to wake up and go like, this is really not my thing anymore. What am I doing here? No, what's happening? Alright, I guess that's what's happening. Hang on, while we take care of these slight technical issues. What now? Something must be going on the server side. I'm gonna send out my logs later. Because this is not typical for run at once from what we've seen in the last months. Not since the big patch came out. Before that, it was unfortunately very typical, but at least for me, not for everybody. Alright, try this again then. Never feels like it sounds way more badass than it does. Yeah, you have to bring the outfit. Okay, I like hearing that. Ain't got no choice in the matter. You're called the Golden Blazer for Pete's sake. I'd probably have to eat some nuts at the table, right? Or something like that. It's not gonna be another raisin mix. I can't stand raisins. It's ironic. Well, not ironic. It's just weird because as a kid I liked them. You're already badass. I do second that as well. Top pair 3 base. Again with the we've seen Ruby lead the weirdest hands. But yeah, we're not in a position to do anything about it. Here in the gutter, no hearts. I.e. not great. Check through though. Get something like queens to fold. Cool. Yeah, a little something. Yeah, I think it totally be down the bind, so it's not horrible by any means. We have had worse days for sure in terms of binds, in terms of money as well. So no need to bury the head in the sand just yet. Against the button range, I really don't mind c-betting here, and if a heart rolls off, alright. Yeah, the paired board, we have to abort, unfortunately. No, this guy is very stabby as well. It's Random's way of saying go to bed. They are a little bit early though. I usually go to bed at like local time, like 5 or 6 in the morning. It might be. Might be right. Alright. Golden Blazer, no big plans. Playing PLO 50, hopefully profitably, is big enough for now. So no special plans. I do have my 40th birthday next Fridays though, so and I'm... I can't, I know, that part actually is ironic. So yeah, for the birthday stream, for the birthday week, basically, I look to do a giveaway that's gonna run the whole week and gonna they actually give like everybody can. The way I'm thinking about it right now is everybody's gonna be able to earn tickets throughout the week. Nice spot to bluff. And then on Friday we're gonna do the actual giveaway itself. Take it down against Ruby for a change. Also good for morale. Down to heads up, well, not heads up, but 3 ways up here. Let's not do that then. People left apparently. All right. Could go for a check raise for a change. Mix it up a little. Yep. Not like we're doing this habitually. Every once in a while. This move has its place, I feel. And we're getting folds a lot to make this a profitable play. Actually not this time. Go for the double barrel here. Let's do that. And then we're done, unless, you know, we river amazing. Truth an 8 would do it. That brings the flush, which is a pity. Quick check. Still take it down. Have the open ender. She did have the open ender, but unfortunately with a heart. And until the river, we were ahead. No. I don't want to play up or short. It's a decent part, multi-bay part happening down here. Hopefully that move on table 1 just now is going to pay dividends when we do it with the nuts next time. Can't call there. Sorry, here. Some pre-stream dinner golden players are awesome. You know, maybe if you're on when I come online, when I finish my session, then I'd be happy to bring these fine people that are watching here right now over to your place. Yeah, and have a nice stream, golden players there.